Hey guys, this is GwiiGwii here. I'm going to be starting a new video series, and this will be the first one of the series where I just go over each map for the 4v4 squad rush setting. I know there's a lot of new teams out there that have trouble organizing. She's pretty hot. Have trouble organizing and calling out names for each of these maps. Some of the bigger maps later on I'll be doing, like Firestorm, gets a little more complicated. So I am going to be just starting out with easy map like Metro, where it's pretty close quartered and everyone gets a pretty good chance. It's pretty easy to set up on this map. So I'll just be going over some basic strategies and basic spots that you guys should know where to play. For those of you who don't know, I am currently on the team Those Guys, and I was on Team Riot / Particle Gaming, who I believe they are #1 in TWL ladder and CGR right now. So yeah, we'll start off. This is where you guys spawn on the attacking side. It is pretty important for each map that you guys do know where the spawn points are. For example, the first guy that spawns on this map will be spawning here. The second guy will be spawning on top of these stairs, which if you jump, you can actually get down all the way here for a faster spawn point. The third guy will usually spawn on the other side of this train. So usually you want the guys who are going the stairs to spawn at these two locations, and the guys who are going side stairs to spawn across the train here. So I'm just gonna go real quick and go over the names of just the pertinent stuff at the beginning. Most teams, and we also call it front stairs. Those over there are side stairs, and obviously this back is back stairs. A lot of teams on this map will have a strategy of either sending 2 guys up front stairs and 2 guys up side stairs. This is generally a pretty good starting strat for new teams because it lets you guys revive each other. So that is what I would suggest that you guys run. Sometimes people will split one guy back stairs. It's just up to you guys. So I'm going up front stairs right now, and this is where a lot of the action starts to happen, is when you are peeking these 2 corners. Let me finish going up the names. This is what we call front hallway, this little room right here. This obviously is long hall, or just hallway. We call this area here map. This is where on Conquest, usually you will cap B. There are 2 sets of chairs right here in the middle. This one we call, on the right side, the one I'm shooting at right now, we call chairs. And this one here we call garbage, just because there's a garbage can over here and just as a way to deviate from the 2 sides. Over here we call couches, because of the couches. Over on the right side here we have ATMs, where I am right now. That guy looks mean. A lot of teams will push up to this area here. We have the tokens. This whole area here is called tokens. We call this part pillars. A lot of teams will have a guy play here, watching backstairs. We call this, usually I like to call this gay spot or blue gap spot. A lot of teams will play a guy here on defense. So there's basically 3 entrances. This whole area here is called lockers, and there are 3 entrances into lockers. It's good to have different names for each of these entrances. We call this front lockers. This right here is bomb lockers, or just bomb, because this is where the MCOM is. And this is called back lockers. And over in this room, some teams call it green room. Most teams I think call it bank. We call it bank, so it's really up to you guys what you want to call this. This right here obviously will be ticket. This is a great place to play for defense and also offense once the bomb is planted. I think that's generally for the first site where most of the time you'll have to call out names. So going back to the strategy part, a lot of teams will have two guys come up front and one guy will push ATM while the guy over here tries to push couches, and two guys will usually come up side stairs into lockers. You want to try to hit the bomb site together as a team. You want to try to get a couple picks and work the site together. A lot of times I'll see teams just kind of rambo, and they'll have one guy pushing while the rest of the team is hanging back, and that one guy just gets picked off. You don't want to do that. Once the guy at ATM is probably one of your most important players, because if you can get to ATM really easily, you can just push in right here at front lockers and usually get a couple of good kills here. And then you can go ahead and plant the bomb. One small thing to note is that TWL right now is thinking about banning the 320. As of right now, there's a vote going on, but most leagues right now still do have the noob tube, as people would like to call it, allowed. You want to try to get a guy on offense to ticket to watch this area before you get a guy planting, because if they spawn right here, they can noob tube your bomb plant really easily. So you want to try to get a guy behind ticket before you get the bomb down. Once the bomb is planted, you just kind of want to spread out. A lot of newer teams will just kind of scatter all around the lockers area. A good tip would be just to try to separate yourself from your teammates and have assigned spots. Like, let's say player A will play here, player B will be here, player C will be in bank, and player D will be in ATM, or I mean ticket. So a lot of teams have a lot of different setups. I'm not really going to go over which one works the best, but you just want to kind of spread out and defend the bomb, and make sure you call out where the enemies are coming from. You guys can pretty much work attacking strats as you see fit, but this bomb site generally is a lot easier to... It's easily defended and easily attacked, I guess, is what I'm saying. It's pretty even bomb site, no real imbalances. As far as from a defending perspective, usually a lot of teams will have a guy playing ticket, so you want to watch out for this guy. A lot of teams will also push a guy up on the right side, couches side. They'll push a guy maybe backstairs at the beginning of the round. You want to watch out for that. You want to watch out for this guy jumping down backstairs and shooting you side stairs. And lockers, I've found, is one of the most important positions to control for both sides. If on offense you can control lockers, you will usually get the bomb down. If on defense you can control lockers, you usually can prevent them from planting the bomb. I can't stress enough how important rezzing is, both on defense and offense. That's why you want to kind of play tight quarters on defense so you can res each other. I do have a video on my channel of us playing Metro, and you can just, if you watched that video, you can see the power of the rezzing pretty much on defense. And offense is a no-brainer that you only have 20 tickets to push a bomb site, so you definitely should be rezzing and working with your teammates to attack the site. I think that's it for bomb site, the first MCOM. I'll go over the spots real quick for the second MCOM. Oh, I'm sorry, on the first one we missed this part. Once the bomb is planted, we call this area graffiti, because the graffiti written on the walls. From a defense and both offense perspective on the first bomb site, There will be a guy that's able to spawn in this area, so you want to watch out for this guy. There's a guy who can spawn here on defense, and you can also spawn in graffiti. So those are generally the areas that you want to come from and watch out if you're defending the bomb. So for the second bomb site, we call that side garbage side, just because there's a big garbage bin on that side. Some teams call it metro. I think most teams still call it garbage. This is graffiti, and this is obviously mid. We do have names for these two rooms. We call it mid A and mid B. I've seen a lot of teams call these two rooms differently, so you guys can come up with your own names for these. So let's go on graffiti side here real quick. So this is generally called garbage side, garbage bin kind of. This whole area here is called food court. A lot of teams will have a guy play here. You gotta watch out for this guy. This building here, at which the MCOM is in, we like to call it A building. This would be the front of A building on this side, and this would be the back of A building on this side. These are obviously food court stairs. So this would be the back entrance to A, and the one on the other side would be the back entrance, the front entrance to A. We call these right here A stairs. These are B stairs because this is B building. This is obviously bomb room. We call this cafe in here. That's bus, obviously. This is van. This is a really good spot to watch the bomb once it's planted. If you get a 320 in there, you can just 320 the guy defusing. This right here is all back of B. This is back entrance to B. I've seen some teams call this fire and ice. It really depends. It's just what you guys like to call it. You can call it whatever you want. Most teams, this is called tunnels. And this is just a big ramp. We never really play anything. This era really never has action over here. This is yellow garbage bin on the graffiti side. And this whole area out here is called graffiti. So a lot of teams on the second MCOM will just send 4 guys on one side or do a 3-1 split, which is what I would say is the most popular strat for the second bomb site. A lot of teams will send 3 guys over on garbage and 1 guy maybe graffiti or mid. Really up to you guys what you like to do. A little trick here that I can show you guys is a lot of teams, when they're defending garbage, oh I'm sorry, this building here is called hospital because of the hospital sign here. A lot of teams will play a guy back here trying to head camp you guys coming out garage. A little trick that I can show you guys is if you use a 320 and you blow up the building right there, it does land on top of him, and it will kill him. So if you do that, it kind of clears the back of that garbage bin area. A lot of teams on off, like, so you just kind of want to work the site slow. Control A or B building or both if you can, and then plant the bomb and try to get in good positions to defend it. I'll go over some spots for defending the bomb in a second, but let's talk about defending the MCOM. Usually you'll have at least 1 or 2 guys watching the garbage entrance, maybe 1 guy in hospital and 1 guy in garbage. You can even sit a guy inside of A building. I've seen a lot of teams play a guy on second floor B building watching mid or watching graffiti exit. A lot of teams like to play a guy in tunnels for graffiti, and just one thing to note, if you're playing on this side of tunnels watching graffiti, the guy inside can't see you before you see them, so usually it's a good idea to play on this side. I don't really see too many people playing over there by where the burning car is. It's just kind of hard to see guys running out. Not really a good spot to play it over here generally. Usually it's good to, you want to control A and B building for this bomb site, both as offense and defense. You want to try to get a guy inside of second floor A building when the bomb is planted. Don't play a guy inside the site. It's just too easy to get noob tubed. Second floor A building, you can watch A and B stairs pretty easily. They do spawn generally around that whole area when they get wiped. So this is pretty much just a general overview on the names and general strategies for the map Metro. You want to figure out with your team designated spots that you want to play, and it's really important to play what we call lanes. Generally, on our team, we like to have guys who, if we have a guy dedicated to say graffiti, we like to have him play and push graffiti both on offense and defense, just so people know where, you know, the other team like to camp and play. If you guys have any questions, you can feel free to message me. I will have some information in the comments of this video on ways you can contact me. Please let me know if you have any comments on how I can improve this series. I don't really want to go into too much depth regarding specific spots and specific strategies and how to run them. That gets a little complicated, and again, these videos aren't really for established teams who already have their own setups. It's more for new teams looking to start out in 4v4 squad rush and who generally need a strategy to go by. So yeah, if you guys have any comments or suggestions, please let me know, and I will be doing more of these videos for different maps in the upcoming weeks, and hopefully we can I can get this series started off. Again, this is Operation Metro, so yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.